The bridge of the UES Prometheus hummed with controlled tension as Commander James Harrison stood before the massive viewport, watching the alien fleet materialize from hyperspace. Behind him, Communications Officer Lisa Chen frantically worked her console, her fingers dancing across holographic interfaces as she tried to establish first contact protocols. 37 ships, Commander, reported the tactical officer. Unknown configuration, but they're maintaining a defensive formation around what appears to be their flagship. James nodded grimly. The Prometheus was humanity's newest Titan class warship, a 5-kilometer behemoth that had taken 15 years to construct and represented the pinnacle of human engineering. Its sleek, angular hull bristled with advanced weapon systems, its armor plating forged from materials that shouldn't have been possible to create. Yet looking at the alien fleet before them, James wondered if even their technological marvel would be enough. "Any response to our hails, Lisa?" he asked, turning to face his communications officer. Lisa shook her head, her dark hair catching the bridge's ambient lighting. "Nothing on standard frequencies, sir. I'm trying mathematical sequences now, prime numbers, pi, basic geometric progressions. If they're intelligent, they should recognize the patterns." The Prometheus had been humanity's first venture beyond their home system in over 2 centuries. After the Great Collapse had nearly destroyed Earth's civilization, humanity had spent generations rebuilding, learning, and preparing for the day they would once again reach for the stars. The Titan-class ships were the result of that preparation, vessels designed not just for exploration, but for the harsh reality that the galaxy might not welcome newcomers with open arms. "Commander?" Lisa's voice carried a note of excitement. "I'm getting something. Wait." Her expression shifted to one of confusion. "Sir, they're not responding to our mathematical sequences. They're responding to something else entirely." "What do you mean?" Lisa's fingers flew across her console, bringing up a 3-dimensional display of the communication patterns. "They're responding to our ship's power signature, sir, specifically to our fusion reactors. It's as if they recognize the energy pattern." James felt a chill run down his spine. "How is that possible? We've never encountered them before." Before Lisa could respond, the alien flagship began moving toward them. It was massive, easily twice the size of the Prometheus, with an organic, flowing design that seemed to shift and pulse with its own inner light. As it approached, smaller craft detached from the fleet and began forming an escort formation. "Sir," the tactical officer called out, his voice tight with concern, "they're powering up weapon systems." "Shields to maximum," James ordered, moving to his command chair. "All weapons on standby, but do not target them unless I give the order." The bridge crew worked with practiced efficiency, their training kicking in despite the unprecedented situation. The Prometheus had been built for war, its crew selected from the finest military minds Earth could produce. Every system had been tested, every scenario war-gamed, except this one. Lisa suddenly straightened at her station. "Commander, I'm receiving a transmission. It's in English, sir." The main screen flickered to life, revealing the interior of the alien flagship. A being stood before them that was unmistakably humanoid, though taller and more slender than any human, with pale blue skin and eyes that seemed to contain the depth of space itself. When it spoke, its voice carried an authority that seemed to resonate through the ship's hull. "Humans of Earth," the being said, its English perfectly articulated despite the obvious alienness of its vocal cords. "We are the Valdris hegemony. We have been waiting for your return." James exchanged glances with Lisa before responding. "Return? I'm Commander James Harrison of the United Earth ship Prometheus. This is humanity's first contact with your species." The alien leader tilted its head slightly, an almost human gesture that was somehow more unsettling than reassuring. "That is incorrect, Commander Harrison. Your species visited our worlds 300 of your years ago, a single ship damaged and seeking aid. We helped them repair their vessel and sent them home with our blessing." Lisa's console chimed softly, and she looked up at James with wide eyes. "Sir, I'm cross-referencing historical records. 300 years ago would have been during the initial colony expansion. before the Great Collapse. The alien continued. That ship carried a promise, Commander. Your people swore that when humanity was ready, when you had built ships worthy of the void, you would return to honor the debt of assistance we provided. James felt the weight of history settling on his shoulders. The Great Collapse had destroyed most records from that era, leaving humanity with fragmented knowledge of their early spacefaring attempts. But if this alien was telling the truth, then the Prometheus wasn't just humanity's first contact, it was the fulfillment of a promise made by ancestors they'd forgotten. The Prometheus, the alien said, gesturing toward the screen. A ship whose power signature matches the theoretical specifications your people showed us centuries ago. A titan among vessels, built not for conquest but for protection, for standing as equals among the stars. Lisa worked frantically at her station, her technical expertise invaluable in this moment of crisis and opportunity. Commander, I'm detecting something else in their transmissions. Data packets containing star charts, trade routes, diplomatic protocols. It's as if they're welcoming us. The alien leader nodded approvingly. Officer Chen's assessment is correct. We have prepared for your return, humans. The galaxy has watched your home system, waiting for signs that you had overcome your self-imposed exile. The Titan-class ships were the signal we agreed upon. James stepped forward, feeling the magnitude of the moment. What happens now? Now, Commander Harrison, humanity takes its place among the Galactic Assembly. Your Titan-class vessels will serve as humanity's voice in the greater cosmos, and the debt of honor between our peoples will finally be settled. The alien's expression shifted to something that might have been a smile. Welcome back to the galaxy, children of Earth. As the alien fleet repositioned itself into an honor guard formation around the Prometheus, James looked at Lisa and saw his own amazement reflected in her eyes. Humanity hadn't just made first contact. They had come home to a promise their ancestors had made among the stars, carrying with them the hopes and dreams of a species that refused to be broken by catastrophe. The Prometheus powered forward into its destiny, its Titan class might serving not as a weapon of war, but as proof that humanity had earned its place among the stars through determination, ingenuity, and the unbreakable bonds of honor that transcended time and space itself.